since Saturday, when I kind of had my like, oh my gosh, like this is where I want to be. Like I saw like a version of my higher self and I was like, that's what I'm capable of doing. So I need to put the work in to get to that because I am so worthy of that. And by not putting in the work now, I don't want to be the version of who I could potentially be because I didn't like that version of me.
Welcome to another episode of Planting Seeds with Soul. Raw conversations on transformation, truth, and finding light in the darkest places. You may not hear what you want, but you will definitely hear what you need. Greetings, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to another episode of Planting Seeds with Soul. Got my beautiful partner, Kels, back on with us today. We've had a bit of a break from you, haven't we?
Had a bit of break from me.
And it's been fantastic. No, I'm only joking. I've really missed you.
Oh, have you?
I've been with you every day, but I've missed having you on here. You're a good chat.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get comfortable right now.
Yeah.
We haven't really got much of a plan here. It's raining here on the Gold Coast at the moment, and we haven't got the kids this weekend. Been doing a couple of things this morning, but we thought we would just sort of jump on. Done a couple of podcasts lately. I think I've got one in the bank now, so this should be the one in the bank.
Yeah.
So it's good. Just
it
sort
is
of
good.
Going to go with the flow of it. How have you been since our last chat on air anyway?
I've been good.
Is there anything new?
What did we say the other day? I've had an awakening.
Yeah. Well, I think you actually have had a bit of a transformative. I'm just going to chuck this on because I'm a bit chilly today.
I know. I'm in my comfies.
Yeah, I'm feeling it good, eh? Got a cup of tea here, like all
Slippies.
Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, something's happened.
Yeah, something shifted.
Share.
So last Saturday, this time last week, I went to a women's, or I guess you would say like a retreat compacted in 4 hours. Just a whole heap of women got together and we went through exercises such as hypnotherapy, meditation, breath work, sound healing, something that I've never done. I've never done any of that. And
you're with me. Like,
I know.
This is like I haven't been pushed. I don't push anything onto anyone, but I do, I share with Kels and, the experience and tell her how good it is and all that sort of stuff. But at the end of the day, like force doesn't work. You do your thing and then an opportunity crosses your path and you're like, I might just go experience it this time. And then you actually do it and you're like, holy fuck, I'm glad I did.
I know. But I think, obviously the setting was so different as well. So like I also wasn't going to go. I was still like probably a few days out being like, I don't know, it's really not my thing.
Because I've been trying to get her to do the IR whilst go with us because I'm so transformative. You guys know that has been sticking around, but it is just as powerful, and you can get the same amount of transformation. I guess insights and tools as you would from a plant medicine. Yeah,
and I think it was all about like, as a woman, we don't stop and we don't take, especially as a mother as well, we're always just so caught up in the chaos and the noise, and we never have those moments of like complete stillness and complete quietness in our lives. Like it's so hard to get that. Even in the mornings, like I have been doing my exercises in the morning, but I'm still like conscious that the kids will be getting up soon. Like they're still in my environment. So even though I'm having like, that's filling my cup up because I'm doing something for me, they're still around. So like at any moment in my time, they can run in and be like, I'm up, or I want this, or I want that. Whereas like, I think on Saturday night, I was completely stripped away from everything. I literally was like, if I've been given an opportunity to do something for me, I actually want to like fully dive into it. And I was so scared when I got there because I didn't know anybody, apart from my sister who I went with, but I didn't know anybody. I didn't know what it was going to be like. There was so many women. I saw like 70 like Pilates mats down, and I was just like, oh my God, like what am I doing here right now?
Bit of anal gazing, anal moonlighting.
But I think once we got into it and we spoke about like self-love and self-worth and, like what do us as women think about ourselves? Like, do we talk to each other, like talk to ourselves nicely? Is it horrible? Like what is self-love to us? What does it mean? All that sort of stuff. And then they kind of took you into like a very basic like hypnotherapy session. And she did say, she was like, the lady leading it was like, some of you might not even get anything out of this because I'm only I'm skimming the surface of this. Like I'm only touching on it. But that was actually the one for me that did the most.
The hypnotherapy.
Yeah, which I said to you the next day, like,
that's what Han done too. The last podcast.
Yeah.
With Han, she talks about hypnotherapy a lot. So
yeah,
I do remember you. Sorry, I do remember you telling me it was really amazing.
Yeah. So like, whereas my sister, I don't think she got much out of that, but then the breath work for her like was really big and changing. And I guess the breath work for me, like it went into something else, but that hypno session, I was just like, what the hell is going on? Like I literally left my body, like left it. It was crazy, but it was good.
Yeah, it is. It's transformative stuff. I'm glad that you. I'm honestly stoked that you actually went to go and do it. Because I was pushing you. I'm like, go and do it.
Yeah, I know.
Just go and see. Like if you say no to things, like it really does block you. You got to really have a good think about it. Like if you want to put yourself out there more, and life's about experience. Like experience. Like have a think about it. We're just experiencing the present moment. We're experiencing consciousness unfold. Like what do you want to experience? You can go and do anything you want. There's certain things that you're going to have to face along the way to get to that point. But I think like doing something like that, it really does make you a lot more aware and self-aware. Like you said, taking that time out for yourself. That's the key. But like we do have all of this stuff going on. And life is busy, but we've got to understand that we are to blame for that. I've got kids, I've got bills, I've got this, I've got that. I'm like, you chose to fucking have kids, you chose to fucking have sex and produce kids. It's like, don't whinge and complain and bitch about it.
Yeah.
Like, let go of the things that don't serve you so you can open up room to put the things in place that do serve you. You can create time. Like I'm finding that out, with certain things that I've been doing, I've been creating time. So have you. Like you've had a really good couple of weeks putting things in place, like love it. Ever since that little night retreat that you went on.
Yeah, I've had a great week.
Do you want to actually give the guys a shout out? Because like you've experienced something that's been real transformative. That's what this is all about. It's about the experience. And if there's things out there and people out there, places out there that are co-creating and holding space for people, like 70 plus people, like that's amazing. Where would they go to go chat to these guys?
Grace from Holding Space with Grace, she's the one that I knew. She's the one that holds the space for these women, but she kind of holds it, and she had 4 facilitators that did like the breath work and all the other stuff. So I don't actually know their name. So you'd be best off just going through Grace, Holding Space with Grace on Instagram.
Yep.
And then you can kind of go and have a little look. But yeah, if you need to find like that women club, not club, but like, just people around you that are kind of on the same journey.
Yeah.
That togetherness community.
Yeah, that's right. And that's what it is all about at the end of the day. It's about getting that togetherness back together.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that tribe culture, that deep community type vibe and feel. And that's when, there's a big change happening though. Like, there is a lot of bad stuff happening in the world. But if I could look at what's going on whatever whatever we're living on here, whatever's going on, I would see a tidal wave a slow one, a slow moving tidal wave of collective, positive, loving consciousness coming together. Yeah, because it is coming together. I can feel it. I can see it. Things are changing with, people around me, with the people that I see.
Yeah.
Whoever's going to be crossing paths in my environment, I'm sure as shit going to be leaving them with a positive regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
Yeah. But no, and then something else that I guess we would not so much taught, but something that we spoke about on Saturday night was, and Corey and I went out for dinner last night and spoke about this, was just, it came back to that, like, seeking that external validation, which, we all do. We're all guilty of it at times for seeking it. It's what social media is there for. Like, people like your stuff and you're like, oh, someone likes it. Or,
Yeah.
And I was just saying to Corey, like, since Saturday, when I kind of had my, like, oh my gosh, like, this is where I want to be. Like, I saw like a version of my higher self and I was like, that's what I'm capable of doing. So I need to put the work in to get to that, because I am so worthy of that. And by not putting in the work now, I don't want to be the version of who I could potentially be, because I didn't like that version of me. I didn't like the way that I spoke it to myself. I didn't like the way I looked. I was like, if I keep doing the things I'm doing now, I'm going to end up being someone that I don't like. So I was like, I need to put the steps in action now, but I need to do it for me, not for other people. So every time I've been like, I'm starting a fitness journey or I'm eating healthy, I will voice that to numerous people.
Well, you're doing that now.
Well, yeah,
know,
but I'm just trying to like give the explanation, because someone listening might be like, I do that all the time. Every time I do an 8-week challenge, or every time I, start eating better, or every time I stop drinking, or I tell everybody because I want people to be like, good on you, like, well done, which is good. But are you doing it for the external love, or are you doing it because you genuinely want to help yourself do better? Yeah,
that's right. And that's where all of this comes back to, like, what is your purest, most deepest true, in, like, is your intention true and good, or is it false and bad? You know what I mean? Like, is it, what is your intention, like, at the end of the day, like, my intention is to, I understand. I've gone through this realization a little while ago, and that's once I realized it and started to embody this. That's when I've noticed things start slowly changing, and that was I've fully lost my train of thought again. It's like
every time,
every single time. It'll come back.
Yeah.
What was it? Sorry. Where was I going with that? Can you help me out with my mind a little bit to see if you were listening?
No, we were talking about the external validation.
Yes. Thank you very much.
No worries.
When the intention started to go from deeply understanding and realizing that the money will come when you truly start to embody the things that you're talking about.
Yeah. So,
like, it's more like, it's like be the light, be the lighthouse, and it'll be like people will, the what you put out there is going to be coming back to you.
Yeah.
The law of attraction and all that sort of stuff. It is the real deal. Like, you can't do this stuff by force. Yeah. I haven't done anything. Doing things with force back in the day got me into a lot of trouble, and I always have this sort of funny way of saying it, like, if you feel a fart coming on and you try and force that thing out, there's a good chance that you might shit your pants. You know? And I love that one. Like, you may or you may not, but the risk is increased.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, truly embodying what you're saying. Like, you can talk all the talk in the world that you want, but if you're not walking your talk, like, the universe, it's not the people, everyone is the universe, but it's not that you got to worry about. You can't hide shit from the universe, mate. You really can't. Like, if you think you can deceive people down here because there's a lot of people that are asleep, but you can't deceive the universe. The universe is observing you. You know?
Yeah.
You can't hide shit from it. It's going to come back. It's going to get you.
Yeah.
So it'll see you're not embodying things if you're not embodying things. Like, if it's like, yeah, I do all these fucking things and don't actually live up to them, you're not going to reap the rewards. That's planting bad seeds. So the harvest from a bad seed is always going to be a bad harvest. Like, what you plant, you know, you plant it a seed is planted in the action of an invisible force of a thought. Yeah. Nothing can manifest or grow without planting it. Got to plant it in the right spot, in the right environment. Yeah. I'm glad I remembered that. I'm not too sure. Like, my mind does wander. Yeah. It's a wanderer.
It is a wanderer.
But what I've noticed about that is that's just part of consciousness, you know, being played, that I'm watching. My thoughts, my feelings, you right now, consciousness scratching your nose, the unfolding, like everything that's just unfolding, the present moment unfolding, you know? Yeah. Like, that's within as well. Like, I observe it and see, I'm like, fucking hell. Get a bit lost, don't you, brah?
I think we all do.
Yeah. If anyone says they're not lost, they're absolutely lying to you. No one knows what's going on down here.
No.
People like to say, you know, think that they do it. It's like, where did you hear that from? Oh, I don't know, in the history book. History? Fucking, have you seen what goes on the news? Like, how fake the news is? You think history's going to be not fake? All of history's cooked, mate. Like, no one knows a damn thing. No one knows a thing. I'll put my hand up first to say, like, no idea. I've got an idea of, you know, tools how to get by and sort of make a joke of this now. You know, it's not serious. You know, you actually know one thing. Yeah. Not giving a fuck about anything has been the one thing that has enabled me to give a fuck about so much. Was that your fucking tummy?
That was my stomach.
Is that an internal thought, mate? Drink your tea. Oh, my Lord. A little queefy.
Oh, my God. You're going to have to cut that out. That's so bad.
No, it's not that bad. It's just a raw...
Because I'm so hungry.
It's just a raw... You do not have to defend yourself for something that you had no control over.
I'm telling you, it's because I'm freaking hungry.
Well, you don't need to... Someone get us some food.
I'm getting angry. No, I'm trying to be so good with what I'm eating. So, like, I just went out and there wasn't really much to choose from. And I'm like,
We'll go to dinner tonight somewhere, I reckon.
Yeah.
I got that.
Yeah.
Boom. I've got that retreat coming up too.
Yeah, that's exciting.
13th of April, guys. Holding space. My mate Mitch Curry and myself are going to be holding space for a little day gathering retreat where you, if you end up deciding to come along, it's a day that you give to yourself to go within yourself, to let go of certain things that do not serve you, you know, dissolve those false stories, beliefs, ideas, whatever that may be. A day to reset, to recalibrate, just to breathe. Like, you have a think about it. Where's the time that you give to yourself? Have a good think about if you sit down without any distractions, no phone, no kids, no nothing, no work, no this, no that, and actually go within yourself to sort things out yourself, because you can't sort the without world without sorting out the within world. What you experience within is what you actually experience without. So if your within world's no good, your without world's also going to be no good. Pour love within, pour love without, you know? Pour hate within, pour hate without. Like, that's how it works. I mean, it's the mind that imprisons us. It's all thoughts of the prison. You need to dissolve, delete, declutter. And you're the only one that can do it, and that's what this day is for anyway.
Yeah.
I could go on forever about it, you know, like how important it is to do this type of work, and, you know, you give yourself that day, you will thank yourself a lot for it. You know, it's not me, it's not Mitch, it's not, you know, it's not one individual themselves. It's just, you know, we obviously hold the space, but it's the collective energy.
Yeah.
And being immersed in nature, and, you know, obviously starting at the beach with the sun, and spirit of the sun, spirit of the air, spirit of the water, spirit of the earth, opening up the day with magic. You know, obviously we can't control the weather, but that's another beautiful thing. It's a, you know, if things don't turn out the way we expect, there's a lesson there, big lesson there. And if the day is gloomy and dark and rainy, it's like, okay, who's going to put their hand up to embrace this day and do what we can with it? And there's a good lesson in that too.
Yeah. No, it'll be a good day.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, if you're keen, anyone, just hit us up on social media, inbox on the Soul33 account, or you can send us an email, Corey.vogt, VOGT, at iCloud.com. But that's all I've really got to talk about for myself, who don't have the kids this weekend. Just trying to do what we can do. What do you got going on?
Not much really. I'm just trying to get this second book out.
What can you share of that? Is there anything that you can share of that book? Because I know the first book's gone. Look, you should be proud of it. It's gone bonkers.
Yeah, it has gone well.
It's gone really well.
It has.
It's good to see, like, I know you put a lot of effort, into that book.
We are all about the sounds today.
You put a lot of effort into that book, and you are, you know, you're reaping the rewards, and you deserve it. So good on you. Well done to you.
Thank you.
Give me some money. Sponsor me.
Could you imagine?
Yeah. What would it even be?
Sponsored by Cook with Kels.
Sponsored by Cook with Kels. Couldn't cook her way out of a 2-minute pack of noodles.
No, so the next book is something that it's not lunch boxes, but it's going to help pretty much anybody. But it is one pot dinners under 30 minutes. So, you know, those afternoons where, like, you get home, the kids are, you know, after school sports are finished, and you're like, oh, I've only got, like, I just want to get something on the table in 30 minutes. Like, I don't want to be slaving in the kitchen. I don't want to be, like, pile of washing up with, like, different pots, pans, all that sort of crap. So this one is literally like one pot in, leave it, table.
Yep.
So it's going to be a goodie.
That's what you need. Like, what I do love about that is, like, guys, you don't want to be getting fucking Uber Eats every night. You don't want to be eating out every night. You don't want to be.
It's so expensive.
Yeah, and you don't want to be. You want to be, and you want to free up time. Like, that's the biggest one. Kieran K Fit was taught. We spoke about it a lot. Like, time is something you can't get back. Like, you give it and it's gone. Give it, you receive it, give it gone. I actually don't know what I'm talking about there, but you know what I mean. Who cares? Yeah, time's the biggest thing, and what you got going on is, you know, it's a very it's easy to do, to create. It saves you time. It saves you money.
Yeah.
And that's what you want, and it's, you know, it's delicious.
Yeah.
It's all delicious food. I get to eat it every night, and like, I know I'm lucky. I know I'm very lucky with that. So
yeah, I know.
I'm grateful. I'm grateful for you. It's a lot of cooking. It's just like, It's just like one of those things, like if you were to do it every night, like if that was your thing, it's sort of like you just know what to do. You know what to get. When you go to the shops, you're like, boom, 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 been here before, done this before. Then you get home, you know where everything is. You know, you've been cooking for a while, like you just cut down so much time. If it was me, like, I don't know how long that banana bread actually didn't take me that long today. Were you impressed with me?
I was impressed with you. I actually went out, it was one of my good girlfriends' baby shower today. So you would have seen her husband Dylan on the podcast. He was probably one of like our first ones.
Yeah, I think
that we got him on.
I think he was like, one of the first guys, like episode 5 maybe or 6.
Yeah. So today was really special, actually, and I will touch on it because, you know, it's one thing to go to a baby shower and watch the expecting mother, like, you know, bloom and be radiant and glow and all that sort of stuff. But it's another thing to watch her do that while she grieves the loss of her firstborn. And if you haven't listened to Dylan's episode, they lost their baby 6 days after she was born at full term. And I watched Rochelle walk into her baby shower today and she just broke. And I think like everyone just was like, just felt the heaviness of it. Like it's so beautiful that they're, you know, going to be welcoming a baby boy. They get to bring a baby home this time. Like they actually get to, you know, experience everything so differently and actually, you know, have him in their arms. And I just think it's actually going to be a really emotional journey the next probably 6 weeks for all of us just to watch them go through it. So we had her baby shower today. And anyway, so we went and picked her up and Corey was like, it's a baby shower, you know, I'm going to chauffeur her. And he decided to put this freaking blazer, this suit on. Anyway, and he was like, what am I going to do while you're gone? I'm like, I don't know. There's 2 bananas in the fridge that are almost off. Make a cake or something. And he was like, actually, I'm going to do that. And I was like, oh, fuck. So all I did was like write down the ingredients and then I was like, just mix it all together, put it in the oven, you'll be right. Anyway, so like I'm at the baby shower and he's like, where's the brown sugar? What's this look like? What's this? Where do you put this? Next minute I'm getting a call. So I'm literally like at one point I went onto the Woolworths website, screenshot a photo of brown sugar and I'm like, this is what you're looking for.
I seen that. I was like, I'm not even going to waste time responding to that. I'm like, I don't need a fucking photo. I just need the coordinates of this thing. Don't. Oh, Halo. Halo's got a butthole on my earphone cord. Halo, up. Up.
No, so anyway, so Corey's gone and made a banana bread while I'm not here. Anyway, he's filmed it and, you know, I came home. It looks great. It tastes pretty good. So, yeah, he did well. I don't even know.
Cook with Soul is like the up-and-comer on just in the cooking world. Is it Hayden? What's Hayden Quinn?
Yeah.
Yeah, you better watch out too, punk. No, really, you better watch out. Cook with Soul's on the way. I know.
But no, so yeah, I've had a nice day celebrating the mama-to-be.
Yeah.
And yeah, other than that, we're kind of getting the studio sorted at the moment.
Halo.
At the moment, aren't we? That's kind of coming
the studio
along.
Yeah, we've just had it. Cheers to everyone that's helped us out there too. Appreciate it. Zachy, Jackie, the Sparkies. Got some good Sparkies if you ever need them, just message us. Andy. We've had Black Sheep Plumbing here before. Give him a shout out. Who else have we had? Had the Tyler. Yeah. We had Ian, Scotty. Cheers, boys.
Yeah. Just got a bit.
Had a few people. But yeah, doing the studio.
So can't wait.
What we just had it plastered, sheeted, plastered, sanded. Going to get some paint going in there next week. Get the Tyler in there. to do the main area in the bathroom. I think the bathroom's the next one we've got to attack, and then we're going to see how we go for Mun. For the dollary doos. She might be a bit dry. I mean, on the negative side. Yeah.
But no, other than that, we've got your retreat.
Yeah, that's something.
You've got something else coming up next week too, but we'll talk about that next one.
Yeah, we'll talk about that next one. Anything can happen in that industry.
Yeah. But exciting things. Cool. I will give credit to you too. I feel like, I'm the one that sees everything that you do firsthand. And I think, you are planting so many seeds and things are really starting to come to life in your life right now in the direction that you want them to. You're definitely expanding and you're growing and you're going places, and I can see that, and I just want to say I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I'm proud of me too, and I'm proud of you also.
Yeah, good.
Your stuff.
Or good that you're proud
important.
of me.
I think it's really important that you have a partner that drives you when you're on the what would you call it? Just on the downer, I guess. You're in the dumps a little bit. You have those old stories come back, when something sort of just isn't working out the way you expected, and you're like, fuck, here we go again. Of course. But that's not the truth. It's just another little test, another little thing passing by. Just watch it and deal with it the best you can with the information that you've got in that present moment. That's all you can do. Give yourself grace. Give yourself grace with shit. Don't fucking attach to anything. Let go of whatever arises as soon as you possibly can.
Especially I think I had a moment, was it last weekend or something? And I think being a creative, you've really got to go with the flow with that sort of stuff. So when you're on a roll with something, you just got to keep doing whatever you're doing because it's flowing really well. So I think, I don't know when it was, but I remember I specifically said to you, I literally have X amount of time, it was 3-4 hours or something. I need to get this amount of work done in that time. And I was in the most creative funk ever. And nothing. I remember just standing in the kitchen being I don't know what the fuck I'm doing right now with anything.
Should add some of those magic mushrooms I've got up in that top cupboard there.
I'm do I even know how to cook? And it's it becomes stressful because you're oh my God, I've literally dedicated these few hours to what I need to do. But I literally if you don't have anything sitting in the creative side of the brain, ready to, or there's nothing worse for me when I'm sweet, I've got a whole day of cooking. That is my jam. I've waited all week for this one day to get everything done, and every recipe burns, it flops apart when I pull it out of the oven, all that shit. And I'm now I have to wait another week because I don't get this time. I just can't keep doing it because I've got it's so hard. Yep,
I know. That's why you've seen my social media has changed a bit. I'm doing videos on the way home in the car, as best as I can. Just some stuff that I've wanted to share, but I've lost light down the beach and all that sort of thing. So just in whatever moments you can, I have been, and you know this because like you said before, you're the one that watches me and sees things firsthand all the time. I want to deliver messages and stuff on social media, but I don't want to be on social media.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It'd need to be something. You just can't. There's too much looking down at a screen for my liking.
Yeah.
That's why I'm doing this retreat too. That'd be... And it's going to be awesome. There's been a fair few people sign up already, and it's still 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
And, a lot of this has been inspired by, the things that I'm going to incorporate and the things that I've learned from life itself on the way, because that's the true way, learning life for yourself, deeply going inward. And I've done a lot of time, I've spent a lot of time by myself. If you look collectively, even over the last few years, all those, to 1 hour and a half, 2 hour sessions down the beach, whatever I can get in here.
Yeah.
And like I don't go out, hang out with the boys and get on the piss. Like it's a lot of time to me, and that's where I've found a lot of, there's not much distraction, there's no influence, there's no stories, bullshit getting fed to me. Like I'm just sort of like I'm on a good path.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a very special day with the things I'm going to incorporate from the ceremonies that I've experienced out there.
Yeah.
And that's another exciting thing too with what I was telling you about the other day. I'm not going to go into it on here.
No.
It's not something that I'd actually speak of. It's too important. But
yeah.
I will say that it'd be one of the scariest things if I was to do it. If the opportunity's there, that I'm going to do it, and that if that opportunity ever came, I would be packing myself. Like it's next level type of fear.
Yeah.
From what I've told you about it, what do you think of it?
I think you'll be great.
Yeah, I know, but what do you think of like doing the whole experience?
Well,
fulfilling it to what some of the guidelines are.
Yeah, you'll be fine. You'll ace it. You'll finish it, and you'll just be like, "Oh,
that was easy."
Oh no, I'll be like, "How was it?" And you'll be like, "Yeah, it actually was." It was just me being me.
Yeah,
that's what you'll say.
It was just me going through me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well, I haven't really got too much left to say. Like, what else have we got coming up? Actually, the boys have been tough. Boys have been tough.
Yeah, I've been speaking to a lot of other parents too, and like next week is the last week of school. I do feel like every time, like I fully even forgot about the school breaking up, like for holidays and stuff. I always, the 2 weeks before school breaking up, it's like everyone turns feral.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. If you're a parent, hang in there.
There's been a big shift happening, apparently. I think it's called a Kali Yuga or something. I don't know too much about that stuff. It's not a world that I've done a lot of research and looking into. Will do at some point when the time is right. But there's been it's been like a bit of a downpour of suicides in and out of the construction industry.
Yeah.
One of the guys was a work colleague and turned into a mate on the site from about a year and a half ago. Ricky was his name, and I'd been talking to him. He'd reached out to me, wanted to catch up, but just never turned that talk into action for himself. That I go and meet up with someone if they're needing it and that. Tried to actually find, because I was like, fuck, what was the last thing that he said to me? Because I'm, that shit plays with your mind. And yeah, there's no Instagram there anymore. There was a new one, and yeah. So I was actually really, a bit shocked to hear that, upset to hear that, So do have some things coming up with that.
Yeah,
is what we were talking about earlier. But I just do want to say, man or woman, this men's mental health, like I love it, you know what I mean? It's great, but mental health is mental health at the end of the day. I'm just going to say that. Mental health is mental health, like man, woman, why divide? Mental health is just mental health. We're all one at the end of the day. Let's just fucking call it as it is, Everyone can get something out of, whatever it is that you got to say towards mental health, so why stop it?
Yeah, and I said that to you the other day. We were talking about, specifically men's mental health. And I said to you, like, I think it's so great, the whole, breaking the stigma of, talk, like being able to talk to people and if you're not doing okay and blah, blah, blah. But it also works for women as well, because there has been so many women that I know that have not been okay. They don't put their hands up because we as women we are expected to be able to do it all. That's, the amount of times, like, I hear someone like even say to me like, oh, you're a superwoman. Like, how do you do 3 boys? You're cooking, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that. And it's like, you know, I know not all the time I don't put my hand up and be like, hey, I'm not okay right now. Like, because I literally just keep going on with life because life just keeps going on. So it doesn't stop at men. And it's so true, like what you said, like mental health is mental health.
Yeah, and like health is just health. You could even, like, you need to understand it, but like, you got your mental health, your physical, body, mind, spirit. But there's, have the 4 pillars here: mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical. I didn't double up then, whatever. But you work on your mental health, that's positively going to impact all of the other 3. You work on your physical health, that's going to go mental health, emotional health, spiritual health. You work on your spirit, it all links together, it all filters down. So you got to balance those ones out. You've really got to, that's what I do every morning. Like, I attack all 4 of them every morning. Some mornings are good, some mornings are bad. That's just the way of life. But I know you get just as much out of the bad mornings as you do the good ones. Probably more. But yeah, there should be no divides. And like, if you are a bloke listening or a woman listening, if you want your life to change, if you're not feeling right, look, you don't want to die at the end of the day if that's the position that you're in. You don't. You just simply don't. No one wants to. There's something inside of you, though, that you need to go and murder. That's for sure. And the only way that you're going to find that thing is if, you go on a bit of a journey, a bit of an exploration. An exploration can be quite dark, or you can link up with someone that has been in that dark hole before and knows the way out. That's how, I think that's the whole point of it all. Like, for men, you've got to understand. You know what? Let me read this story. Let me just fucking read it. I know the story, but I'm not a very good storyteller, so I will read it off of here. Sorry, guys. 1 sec. I'll try and find this. All right. This is I built this one for a talk that I do with construction workers. To sort of open it up and make. I wanted to start with something where people are going to see this is how the healing works. So this story is called "The Man in the Hole." This guy Luke is walking through a construction site when he falls in a hole. The walls are so steep, no matter what he does, he can't get out. He's stuck. A doctor passes by. Luke shouts up, Hey you, can you help me out? The doctor writes a prescription, throws it down into the hole, and moves on. Then a priest comes along. Luke shouts up, Hey you, I'm down in this hole, can you help me out? The priest writes a prayer, throws it down into the hole, and moves on. Then a mate, Joe, walks by. Luke shouts up, Oi Joe, it's me, can you help me out? Joe looks down, and without saying a word, he jumps into the hole. Luke says, Are you fucking stupid, mate? Now we're both down here. Joe says, Yeah, but I've been down here before, and I know the way out.
Love it.
It's the people that have been through it, got through it, have the map to it, that can help you get through it.
Yeah, so true.
It's, people like myself that are going to go and share my story. So people like you that, lost your dad at, I'm not good with numbers, 16, 17 years old, 15, sorry, it was going the wrong way. But you know what I mean. It's the people like you that have been through that pain. And, you're still here. It's like, what have you got to share for people that have just lost their father? Or just lost something or experienced whatever. It's those tiny little roadmaps that you're left with through the pain and the struggles and the challenges in life that you can share with others.
Yeah.
So if you're a bloke out there, please say something, and don't even stress yourself about how the fuck it's going to come out. Don't worry about that. If you think it's going to come out weird and people are going to think this of you, that of you, who gives a fuck? They're not onto it like I'm onto it, and a lot of people are onto it. I'm not going to sit there and judge you. You should see some of the positions I've been in, and the psychosis from the ice, and the mental health struggles, and the shit that I did to my parents and my sisters and myself and the world. Like, there's nothing that I'm going to be fucking... I've seen a lot of things, you know. I was about to say I've seen it all, but that's not the truth. Could have got a lot of worse for me. Could get a lot of worse for who's ever listening here too. Can get a lot better, but there's no point doing that. But what you do got to do is you got to open up. You got to share. You know, it really isn't weak to speak up. It's actually tough. It makes you a tougher individual. It makes you tougher than what you think is tougher because of your programming from what they've wanted you to think and how they think you should think and act and talk and hold shit in. Yeah. You know, it's weak to talk. It's not weak to talk. It's tough to talk. So if you want to be a part of the collective shift and, you know, saving people's lives, then reach out to someone that you resonate with, because resonation to me is when, you know, if you look up to someone and someone's sort of like they've got your awareness, they've caught you, and then something within you, it's like, oh, what he's saying is like, it's true. That's within yourself. That's something that you should investigate further. Because if it's something positive, you know, that someone's talking about, then you can get transformation from that. That's a roadmap that someone's trying to share with you to get you through what you need to get through. Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's a good way to end.
Yep. Cool. I'm pretty hungry.
Yeah.
All right. I'll do it after. All right, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thanks for your continued support too, and, you know, the comments, you know, the nice things you're saying. I haven't had any negative from it yet. It's been really nice, and I really do hope that some of these seeds that we're planting. Fucking episode 21. That's crazy. I didn't think it would go this quick.
You were going to say I didn't think it would go this far.
I fucking don't know what.
That's like 5 months.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's good.
No, it's not.
I'm not too sure.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, you know, being present is really, it's just sort of just like, I don't even know where we're at in life, and I don't care, and I love that. It's sort of just like, let's just go to the next moment. Let's see where, that's what I'm trusting. Ever since I first started this podcast, it was jumping into the unknown, and I'm still in the unknown, and I'm loving it. I think you are too.
Yeah, it's good.
You're with me.
Yeah.
So we're both in the dark. All right. Love you guys very much. Thanks again.
See ya.
Bye-bye for now.
Bye.